Hello and welcome to my non-duality channel. I am going to try to tackle a really big subject today. So bear with me because I'm going to have to go kind of around um, a bunch of assumptions that we have about life. So, non duality means there's not two things happening, that in the overall big picture, there's only one thing happening. And most important, there's not two things happening inside you. And so, good non duality studies are diving into all the things that make us feel separate. One of the biggest things that makes us feel separate is the fact that we live in a society that is captured in ideas of hierarchy. We have allowed hierarchy to permeate every bit of our society, from our families, mother, father, children, brothers, sisters, who's better, to our schooling. You're trying to get a grade. Some people win, some people lose. Sports, right? People win, people lose. So this hierarchy is embedded deeply, deeply in our society. And so therefore it's embedded very deeply in our psyche, in our psychology. But if you just stand back from it for even 1 second and think about non-duality and think about hierarchy, hierarchy is the epitome of non-duality, because it means that some is the epitome of duality. Hierarchy requires two or more things. Someone's better than you. You are better than someone. If you're not better than someone, then you need to try to be better. We always have to win. All of our spirituality is embedded with this. We see enlightenment as this amazing attainment into perfection. The create your own reality stuff is just full of hierarchy, because people who are able to create wealth are more spiritual than people that aren't able to create wealth. So we have this huge hierarchy that we don't really examine. Hierarchy is designed to make you feel that you don't have any worth, because you're always under somebody. And when you feel that you don't have any worth, then you're not really truly able to have courage. You're not able to stand your ground and be the human being that you need to be in order to live your life beautifully and calmly and in harmony. So these ideas of hierarchy constantly throw us out of harmony. Not knowing who we are is the main disease, because that leaves an emptiness inside that then we try to fill with feelings of self-worth and happiness and all sorts of things that we can't ever attain. So literally, being told all these things that we're supposed to attain and not being able to attain them just smashes us in the hierarchy, doesn't it? I mean, do your spiritual studies really make you feel alive and valued as you are? Or are you constantly looking to become something better? That's literally the seed of craziness and of nutsness that we are suffering with globally. This is what's causing our environmental destruction, because we always need to have more and more and more to fill this empty space. You're going to have an inferiority complex if you imagine that you're inferior to anything. So if you're in any sort of a hierarchy, and as we know, anyone who's studied any sort of psychology, a superiority complex is actually the seat of it is an internal inferiority complex. So, how do we get to the point where we feel not equal, because equal kind of means the same, but how do we even get to the point where we feel that we belong, that we belong the way we are? I think a really good way to start moving in that direction is to just really notice hierarchy and how nuts it makes you. It makes you nuts if you succeed. I mean, is the captain of the football team really um, internally having that great of a time? Because he knows that he's going to get knocked off of his position. Is the most beautiful woman, has she really attained the thing that needs to be attained? Because, I mean, come on, it's not going to last, right? So start really questioning this hierarchy. And hopefully, well, maybe with a nudge from me, but hopefully you'll start finding that what you really crave is horizontalness. That we all have our skills, we have our abilities, but just because you are a fabulous doctor and I'm kind of good at playing the guitar doesn't put you in a hierarchy above me. You can't play the guitar at all. So there's no such, this hierarchy just literally doesn't exist when you look at it in the big, big picture. We all have a place to belong. And then take it one step further and start using the wisdom that comes to us from Native and Indigenous people. They see human beings in a hierarchy, in a horizontal relationship with everything. We are not above the ants. We are not above the birds in the sky or the mountains or the rivers, the living water in the rivers. Everything is alive, and human beings are just part of this horizontal unity. And then, I mean, isn't that what we're looking for in non-duality at all? So start really questioning hierarchy and how it works in your life, and hopefully you will find how you crave this horizontal relationship with everything and start creating this consciously. Go walking outside and you'll notice there's grass everywhere. It sticks up through the cracks of the sidewalks. It doesn't care. It kind of just grows and grows in its life and its life. Be in a horizontal relationship with this grass, and then the grass can teach you. With trees, with the sky itself, with wind. When wind comes, where's the wind coming from? And start living in this living landscape where you belong, totally belong. And see if that makes your non-duality studies more poignant and pointed and help you ease into knowing who you are.